Hey playmates, welcome back to our clubhouse period. Hope you guys are doing good, and I'm doing fantastic because your girl done finished 6 of Crows period. Or maybe it finished me, I don't know. It was a wild of a ride. It was so thrilling. It took me a while to read this book. It is almost 500 pages, but I don't know, I just wanted to slow it down. It was just so good, y'all. I usually don't like books with a bunch of characters. I'm just like, I can't focus on all these 50 million characters. It'll be confusing, blah, 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 child. I loved every single character in this book. They were all just so glorious, so amazing. The sarcastic and the interactions the characters had with each other. OMG, whether it be romance or just friendships, everything in here was just superb. 5 stars, baby. Lee Bardot once again has not let me down. I thoroughly enjoyed the Shadow and Bone trilogy, every single book. It's 3 books if you did not know, and I would definitely recommend with all of my heart for you to read the Shadow and Bone trilogy, all 3 books, before you read 6 of Crows, just because you can feel a deeper meaning with certain things that are mentioned in 6 of Crows and the connections, and you already know the world. So it just makes sense. Come on now, just do it. Don't just, I know everybody says they enjoy 6 of Crows better, but in my opinion, all of them are really good. I really loved the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I know some people, you know, they just say they like it, but I loved it, okay? So I was like, I don't know if 6 of Crows is gonna beat that, but child is on the same level. She just writes so good. And to me, I just loved everything. I just love every single book by her so far. Her writing is so good with whatever perspective she's using, whether it be first person or third person. The layout of this book was amazing, with each chapter being focusing on a different character. So it felt like 50 million. It was just amazing. Like, ooh. And then the flashbacks, so we can get a deeper connection with each character and why they act a certain way. OMG. And the tension, I'm not going to spoil it, but the tension, the enemies to lovers. If you like enemies to lovers, and that's my favorite trope, then you would definitely, yes ma'am, we definitely have enemies to lovers in here. We're just subpar. Oh, it's just so good. OMG, this had me kicking my feet. This had me just smiling, blushing. Ooh, all the 50 million quotes that I'm gonna write in my book journal. Oh, I can't wait, y'all. I can't wait. I even like their slang in here that they had. And as you guys know, there's a bunch of different languages in this world, so that played a big part. But just the slang in here was just so funny. Like, what business, or I can't remember, but they're just, I love their mantra they had in here, the little saying they had, no mournos, no funerals. I loved it. Yes, this was definitely grittier than Shadow and the Bone, and more like I said, it just has more characters than Shadow and the Bone, but it's so cool. You have 6 characters that are like the main characters, rather than just 3. I feel like Shadow and Bone, especially, it has a bunch of characters, but once again, Alina is it's first person, so you have that, but this is third person, so we can get into everybody's ulterior motives, what they're thinking, all at the same time. Come on now, come on. I'm so happy, so satisfied with this book. Of course, I always have to sit with the book after I read it. I can't just go straight into a book. You guys know me by now. I just always have to like take a minute, even if it's like an hour, take a nap, let everything sink in. Because wow, I can't wait for book 2, which is Crooked Kingdom. I can't wait. Cass, he is so witty. I love him. He was so sarcastic. He's street smart. He's one step ahead of everybody else. He's always thinking, but it's like, when is your luck gonna run out type of situation. That's all you're thinking throughout the book. It's really giving Prison Break and Peaky Blinders mixed together. I just love that they were bandits. Yeah, I love the foreshadowing in the book. Like, we didn't know certain things until it was explained in a flashback or something, or meaning of tattoos. Like, come on. Loyalties was pushed to the test. True loyalties, true feelings. Like, does this person really care or not? And Cass doesn't really show his feelings or his emotions unless it's anger or you know, getting his revenge. But love is a little bit harder for him to show. He showed in weird ways, which I love that. I love Inej. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. I'll probably type it in the thing, but in my head I was pronouncing it as Inej. And she was such a cool character. She reminds me of myself because she's very quiet and mysterious. She's like the spy. And she's always like nosing around people's business, and she's like the one that get secrets for Cass. And I don't know, she just reminds me of myself. Very just quiet, and everybody's like, oh, I didn't even know you were here type thing. So that was really cool. Nina was the life of the party. She was so funny. She wasn't afraid to speak her mind. It's just like each character was they were just it for me. It was never a dull moment, never when I was like, I don't care about this character. It was never that for me. And wow. So yeah, I can't say I liked one over the other. A lot of people say they like Six of Crows better. I can't say I like it better or less than Shadow and Bone. They're on the same pedestal. They're okay. I love them equally. They both bring me a different thing. With the Shadow and Bone trilogy, it's giving me more. The setting is more magical. The map is more magical, and you know, the Darkling is my husband, period. Nikolai is my king, period. But yeah, it was just, yeah, one story kind of type thing, you know. But Six of Crows is more divided into all these different people's personalities and how they come into one. So they're kind of two different vibes. So I see why she broke it up like this, because it's two different vibes but the same universe, Grisha-verse. So yeah, so I can't say I can't even compare them like that. I just love both of them equally. They both give me different feelings, and they're both 5 stars for me. So that's on period. So anyway, y'all, definitely recommend. This is such a good fantasy series. Lee Bardeau writes fantasy really well, and that's all I have to say. I'm just thoroughly impressed. Just the tension in this book had me, and I'm just so happy, period. All right, and stay tuned for hopefully it'll be a buddy read with my mom reading As Old as Time, period. See you later, playmates.